Hey guys, you want a story? I'll give you a story, a ninja story. Welcome back to the Ninja Story, and today we're going to be reviewing a brand new Netflix dance movie that came out, I think, yesterday or today. I'm not sure. It's called Work It, and I watched it because I did like a few of the people in the cast. So you know what? Since I wasn't able to do Netflix week, I'm just gonna do a review of this movie. I know there's other stuff that I can review, but let's just review this teen dance movie with current hip hop trends, TikTok dances, and penis jokes. Anyway, so this movie came out again only yesterday or today. It stars Sabrina Carpenter, Liza Koshy, Jordan Fisher, like a good cast for like teenagers who aren't really well versed in like all that kind of stuff. Like people that pay attention to social media, this would be like their type of movie. And I'm not a dancer at all. I barely watch any dance movies, but I did like the cast for this movie. I'm probably not the target audience for this movie. I am a teenager, but at the same time, I'm not like TikTok and like, all that kind. I'm not well versed in that kind of stuff. I should be, but I'm not. So why not review this movie, right? My dog started barking right when I started recording. This movie is about Quinn Ackerman, played by Sabrina Carpenter, and she's that cliched, I'm like the good girl that focuses on grades. I want to get into a good college. I don't do social stuff. I'm just here school, I'm gonna focus on my grades and all that kind of stuff. And when she goes to a college interview, she might fake it until she makes it, we say. And she stretches the truth by saying that she is a dancer on the school team when she's really just, like the behind the scenes person, like coordinating the lights and all that kind of stuff. So, to since she dug herself her own hole, she decides to start her own dance team to go on to win the dance competition that's coming up, and it's called the Work It Dance Competition. Um, so it's hard to really really like review a teen movies because again, most people that watch teen movies aren't the target audience. Some of the stuff that happens in teen movies are obviously like meant towards teens, trying to be funny towards those type of people. Um, you know, like the TikTok trends and the stuff that we say nowadays, and cursing and these type of jokes. It's not for a lot of like the bigger like sophisticated movie reviewers that are like reviewing like The Irishman or stuff like that. So it's hard to review these type of movies, um, because obviously they want to focus towards that one audience, but the audience that they target may not find it that funny or that interesting, or just find it as a cliche like dance movie. So it's kind of hard to review these type of movies. So I'm just gonna try and do my best and hope that I get as much as I can get across without trying to sound like Alex Myers. First off, I can say the performances from the cast in this movie, at least in my opinion, the three mains, are pretty good. Sabrina Carpenter, I think, does the best in the movie. You definitely feel for her character at points. She's really down to earth. You really care for her. You want her to succeed. You want her to win, and she does a really good job. She's really just like that like quirky kind of girl, but she plays it in a way that's like not fresh or anything, but just like you can relate to her, if you've been in that situation. Liza Koshy is kind of like the comic relief kind of character, but she also does have like that emotional background because the school team is pretty much the worst, like the most bossy people in the school. So you kind of feel for her character. You want her to also succeed. There is a plot line where she falls for a guy who works at a mattress store, which is very stupid. Um, but again, you can't make fun of this type of stuff because target audience is me. So not really me, but my age group. But I can say that it's stupid. I can say that it's dumb. It's very stupid. Um, so again, she does get some good jokes. There's a joke in the trailer, um, where well, if you haven't seen the trailer, this might be a spoil, but it's a joke. Um, when the team gets together, they dress up in like blue outfits or blue jumpsuits, and she says something like I look like I'm about to run a blood test or something like that, which she gets good lines. But I didn't really care for the character. I'm not sure. It might be just me. Also, Jordan Fisher does good. He has like that character that's like, oh, I was good in the past, but then something happened to me. Now I want my road to redemption kind of character. Um, and Jordan Fisher and Sabrina Carpenter start to get together and all that kind of stuff. Um, he's good in the movie. He's definitely the best dancer out of everyone there, which is no surprise because Jordan Fisher is a dancer. But I'm pretty sure that he kind of is the choreographer for the dance team, but I kind of feel like he's the choreographer for the movie as well. He's probably not, but whatever. Uh, but it all comes down to the dancing in a dance movie. How is the dancing in this dance movie? It's good. I was pleasantly surprised. There are a few times where you can tell that Sabrina Carpenter is a little jumpy, especially like near like the finale. She is a little. I don't. Guys, I am not. I can't dance. Like, I I can I don't like to dance. Let's go with that. Um, I'm not like a judge or anything, and I don't know like the terms for dancing and all that kind of stuff. Is dab a term? I don't know. um, but near the finale of the movie, she does get a little jumpy at points. It kind of reminds me of Mao in Descendants 3, where you can tell Dove Cameron really was trying her best with the choreo, but I don't think she really got it down. Like her footwork was really bad in Descendants 3. I haven't checked the other two. I think even Descendants 1 too. Um, she like her footwork was down. She wasn't able to like move as well as everyone else could, and that's kind of Sabrina Carpenter. But again, that's her character, so it actually works in the movie's favor. But everyone else in the movie really good. The choreo very good. Um, I was surprised, but you gotta have the good choreography for this movie. Um, if we're gonna talk technically, if we're gonna talk about technical problems in this dance teen movie, the editing is very very weird. There's some points where it feels like some sequences should go on, and they just cut off. There's some points that are just shoehorned in. Um, there's some dialogue that kind of feels out of place at points. It just I don't know. It kind of felt a little wishy washy in my opinion. Um, you kind of had there was it kind of had the same deal as Bird Box, where a lot of the editing in that movie was like, oh, you felt somebody was about to keep going and was about to go into this huge argument, but then it just stops. That's kind of how this movie feels. Also, the target audience, like I know I said, like people are doing like TikTok, oh yeah, yeah, the floss and the throw it back or whatever it is. Um, but this, I'm not sure who the target audience is because they got all this stuff. They got TikTok trends, they got Instagram stories, uh, all this kind of stuff. But then you have Sabrina Carpenter talking about history lessons and doing algebra equations, and then you got penis jokes, and then you got old people dying. Like literally, spoiler, sorry. But there's a point in this movie where these teens are dancing for this like 70-year-old man who after the dance just dies. What, they put a bag over his head. And they also make another joke with this man where they're like, "Oh, um, where they're like, oh, where's everyone else? In this nursery home or like senior citizen home, and then Sabrina Carpenter goes, oh, everyone else is in this other movie. Else is in this other room watching 50 Shades of Grey. But he can't watch it because of what happened last time. What? What is the target audience? And then you got the dancing, and then you got the TikTok trends, which is supposed to bring in the little kids, and yet you got old men doing the nasty stuff and dying. Who is the target audience? And then you got Sabrina Carpenter, like, going on history lessons and becoming how Mr. Finky. Oh God, I think this is the movie that broke me. Um, Overall, this movie is stupid. This movie is very stupid at points. It is heartfelt at points. Choreo's good. Overall, actually, I want to add one more thing before I say my overall feelings. This movie threw some shade at cello players in this 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 movie threw some shade at cello players, and I'm not even being. I'm literally being serious. Like I play cello. Like I'm literally a cello player, but they threw some shade. Like they were like, uh. Who plays, like, obviously they're like, who plays cello? Cello is for losers, like, all that kind of stuff. It's just basic as a cello. And I think there's one point where she's trying to get into the college, and the person's like, and, and the Sabrina Carpenter is like, but I play the cello. Isn't cello cool? And then the lady's like, oh, can you do what a cello? What can you do with a cello that Lizzo can do with a flute? What? Those are two completely different. Oh, cello is a string instrument. Flute is percussion. Those are two completely different. You playing with a bow with a cello, you blow into a flute. I don't get it. I don't get it. Help me. Overall, it's fun at points. Uh, Emotionally, it's fun. Emotionally, like you can connect to the characters. You feel for them. You want them to win. You want the bad. You want the uh, antagonist to lose. You want the protagonist to win. The choreo is good. The editing is wishy washy. There's some stupid. I don't. There's some stupid stuff in this movie. I don't know who the target audience is. I don't know. It's definitely like it's a teen dance movie. That's the best way. Work It is a movie. So I'm gonna give Work It a C plus. So those are my thoughts on this Netflix movie that came out. Did you watch Work It? What do you think of Work It? Let me know in the comments down below. Uh, Dislike this video if you don't like this review. Like this video if you do like this review. Subscribe if you want more reviews. And I will see you guys in the next video. And remember, the story is always right. Adios. Oh my god. Why did I watch? I could have watched Umbrella Academy too, but instead I decided to watch this. Oh god.